Session, I would like to welcome everybody. There are participants from all over India, even from outside India also there. So I'm so happy to welcome you all. And if possible, can you switch on the video? That would be in the beginning part, just for an icebreaker.
A very happy evening, Kamar bhai.
Happy evening. Hi, Karthikeyan sir. Welcome. Welcome, Tilak, Karthikeyan, Manu, Ajit, Arivalagan, Preeti, everybody is there. So I think we can start the session. So before starting the session, can everybody unmute the audio and if possible switch on the video also, and just greet at least 5 persons, call their name and you can greet everybody together. You can scroll the screen, you can put it in gallery mode and greet minimum 5 persons. Call the name and greet hello, hi, good evening, something. You can greet something. Everybody together. Can you unmute everybody, please?
Hello, Karthikeyan sir. Good evening.
Hi,
Hi, Manu. Very happy
evening.
Manu Anthony.
Hello, Rina. Hi,
Sir, hi.
Hi, Vinita.
Hi, Tilak. Hi, Ariv. Hi, Pradeep.
Hi, Ajantika. Hi,
Taranjit. Hi, Ajantika.
Hi, Preeti.
Hi, Ajmal. Hi, Vinita. Hi, Anjali. Hi, Ajmal.
Hi, Dilip. Hi, Manu. Hi,
Hi,
Pradeep. Hi,
Hi,
Tilak.
Manu.
Hi,
Hi, Dilip.
Vinita.
Hi, Dilip.
Hi, Anjali.
Hi, Vandana.
Hi,
Hi,
Rina.
Ajmal. Hi, Ajit. Hello, Sandhya. Great meeting. Hi, Shiba. A wonderful meeting,
Wow.
Priya.
Hello, Anna. Hello.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, Shiba.
Great
Hi,
energy,
Nino.
huh?
Yes, lots of
Wonderful
energy.
energy.
Very nice.
Online programs, it's to start to do icebreaker. It's normally difficult. Now everybody's made some noise and yeah, good.
Absolutely.
So one more thing, now the screen is active, the sound is active. Now we want to activate the chat box also. We have to do something on chat box, so we have to activate the chat box also. So can you please type your city in the chat box? City or your place or your state, can you please type in the chat box? So then you can also check how many people from the same place. There are people from Mumbai, Cochin, Kasargod, Calicut, Bangalore, Ranchi. Yeah. Wow. Uttarakhand, Chennai. Wow. From Mysuru, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Pune. Yeah. Usually when I start the direct offline training programs, I do one activity called commonness group. So if we gather groups based on the common things. So if you find out something common, we'll be more comfortable, right? Oh, you're from, if I saw one person from Kerala, oh, you're from Kerala, then I'll be a bit more happy. And from Chennai, person from Chennai, same cities, the people will be more comfortable, more happy. So you can check the chat box and you will be lots of persons from your own city and lots of people from different parts of India. So good. Now the chat box is also active. Now the voice is active, so we can start. So I'll start the session by introducing myself. And first I will introduce, I'm Khamarudheen. I'm from Kerala. Right now I am in Cochin. I'm a corporate outbound trainer and a mountaineer. Then also I'm a columnist in a newspaper, Malayalam newspaper called Mathrubhumi. I'm also doing some columns for some business magazines like Dhanam Business Magazine. So this is the brief profile about me. And today I'm planning to do a session on outbound training, how to design the outbound training. Normally we will get lots of activities. Suppose if you search something on outbound training, you will get lots of activities only. You just search in the YouTube. You won't get any knowledge part. Did you observe that? If you search on YouTube, you'll get lots of games, activities, but you won't get any knowledge part related to the outbound training. So in this session, I'm planning to share some knowledge and also share some activities in for the outbound trainings and the background and the concepts related to the designing the outbound training program. I have been conducting. First, I'll share my journey in the beginning. Actually, my educational background is Masters in Social Work, Sri Shankaracharya University, Kaladi, and I'm doing my PhD from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Then my interest is greatly related to the nature, traveling, and all. Then I thought about how to make how I can travel different places, then how I can meet people, how I can bring the nature connectedness to business. So that's why I reached to outbound training program. Then I explored into outbound training programs. Then I did my mountaineering course from National Institute of Mountaineering and Adventure Sports in Arunachal Pradesh in Dirang. Then I also did my certification courses in outdoor leadership from Maha Adventure Council and Kanchenjunga Mountaineering Foundation. Then I also have an organization called Happiness Route. We have a group of facilitators. We have been conducting for different training programs like outbound training program, team building program, and some programs for college students like campus to corporate training programs. So this is the brief idea about my background and my journey into this area. And in this workshop, I am planning to share some concept related to the outbound training. And the outbound training, it's a form of experiential learning. So the participants will be engaging in lots of activities, that most of the activities will be outside in their comfort zones. Normally, if you think about the outbound training program, we will discuss lots of activities. So the activity is important, but connecting that activity to knowledge or the objectives, that's very important. That's called the debriefing part. So I will discuss on the debriefing part of the activities. Then I address some questions in the group. Yesterday, the group members asked some questions related to the outbound program. So I will discuss those questions. So this is about today's session. This is a 1 hour session. And the outbound trainer brings the outdoors to classroom or the classroom to outdoor. This is what an outbound trainer does. Normally, the classes are happening in the indoors, right? In the training hall or in a company, in their own training facility will be there, same training venue will be there. So they'll be usually conducting the training programs there or some outdoors in resorts. But in the outbound training, most of the programs will be the outside or in nature. So, the benefit of nature. Why do we conduct the programs in outdoors? Any idea about that? Can you share something? Why do we conduct these programs? In the training hall, that's very comfortable. And why do we choose nature or why do we choose outdoors?
In an open area, and when you're connected to the nature, Kamarbai, you actually start introspecting within yourself, and there's a huge amount of inner journey happens. In a closed door, in a classroom, you will not that kind of openness will not happen inside you.
Yes, exactly.
That is what when I experienced when I went for outbound, but maybe some other reasons would be there. Maybe others can contribute. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for the sharing. Any other sharings?
Yes, I would like to share that it could be, shifting a formal mindset to an informal one. So outside we all are open. Inside the classroom, it's always a formal atmosphere, but outside everybody is like, a casual and informal environment is good for learning.
Yes, good. Thank you for the sharing. And anybody else? Yes.
This is Abdul here from Bangalore.
Yes.
So one of the reasons I prefer doing outbound training is because most of our life is spent indoors. whether
Yes.
you're sleeping at home or whether you're working. So major part of the life is spent indoors. And this one is one kind of activity that where you can do outdoor. And like ma'am said earlier, just before me, the minds open up as well, because when you're in a closed room, you get a little bit claustrophobic as well. When you're outside, your mind also opens up and you have that fresh air that is circulating around us. And the energy level is also very high. And we trainers basically get energy from the audience itself. If the audience is not energized, then maybe probably I can talk only for 2.5 hours or 3 hours maximum with full energy. But what about the remaining 6 hours?
Exactly. Thank you for the sharing. Then 2 more persons can share. We have
KP, can I share?
Yes, please.
So when people go out, they first of all they break their pattern. The kind of the pattern they follow in the inside the buildings. And second thing is outing is also related with the happiness.
Yes.
And people feel like there is something different, and they are more when something different has come up, they are more attentive to it. And with there is more happiness, their consumption would be more.
Exactly. Thank you for the sharing.
Can I? I am Neeru.
Yes, please.
Yeah. One thing, we can break free from the monotonous environment. And as you know, just before me, somebody said that, a lot of energy exchange takes place. So it's always, good to keep shifting the, sometimes it is important to, break free from that comfort zone also, bringing people out of their comfort zone, and you can, get them to the task even better.
Okay, good. Thank you for the sharings. We have time limitations, that way. So even without any activity, even if we go outside, we'll get lots of energy. Or human beings has a tendency to move towards nature. That's called the biophilia hypothesis. That's something related to my PhD. That's why I shared this. So everybody has the tendency to move to nature, and nature gives lots of energy. Then all the points you said. Plus, even in Japan, I observed one interesting thing, one term called forest bathing. Forest bathing means as a part of their national health policy, they implemented one project called forest bathing. So people can go to forests. There are some forests which allowed to move or safely enter into that forest, and people can walk in that forest. They can enjoy the sound of the birds. They can enjoy the climate. They can listen to the sound of river. So this is called the forest bathing. Without doing any exercise or without doing any activity, just casually go to the forest and sit there and enjoy. This is a part of their health program. So there are lots of benefits for the nature. Usually we are in the training hall, in the office, inside the office. Then if we change the place, that will create lots of energy. So in the outbound training program, most of the activities are happening in the outdoors. For example, there will be trekkings and hikings. Then there are rope courses as the part of outbound training program. Then rock climbing, then rappelling, some kind of survival programs, then raft building, river crossing, slackline, lots of such activities we have been using in the outbound training program. There are some places exclusively constructed to conduct the outbound training program in all over India and outside India. Also, we can see lots of institutes to provide the outbound training facility. So actually, an outbound trainer creates facility or create experiences. This is the part of experiential learning. We know that we are learning lots of things from the experiences, more than the books, more than the presentations. We learn lots of things from the experiences. So the outbound training is the part of experiential education. So we create experiences. We can learn more from the experiences or experience part. For example, one person started one business, then that business got failed. or that business got successful. Two things might be happening. Yeah, might happen. So from both experience, he learns lots of things. From the failure also, he will learn lots of things. When he do the business in the next time or do another business, he will take care of that things. If he becomes successful from that also, he will learn lots of things. So this is some learning from experience. But as an experiential educator or as an outbound trainer, this is not possible to create the actual experiences. So starting a business and failing and learning, that's not possible in the training situations. So in outbound training, we create some experiences, our own experiences, some through the activities. There are a difference between the activity and experience. The activity means we create something to learn, some models, some examples, some activities, some experiences. That's called the activity. The experience means the participants will learn lots of things from the activity. So this is happening in an outbound training program. So this is the basically called the experiential education or outbound training. Then normally this is beyond our comfort. For example, this trekking, this is trekking will be very difficult for everybody. That will be difficult. We have to push our boundaries. Then rope courses, there will be high rope courses. We need some courage, and there are low rope courses. We need some physical capacity to do that. Rock climbing, we need to take care of the safety, and that for some people that will be very difficult, and somebody will be afraid of height. Then rappelling, climbing and rappelling will be challenging for the people, and some survival programs. As a part of my mountaineering course, yes, we have to do the survival. Like in the minus degree, we have to prepare shelters, and we have to cook food with limited rations. So in the outbound training program, we bring some survival kind of programs, making tents, making food, something. Then raft building. Raft building means there will be one water body. We will provide bamboos to the participants. They together has to build a raft and cross a water body and bring something from there. So that kind of activity will be there. Then slackline activity. Slackline means we have to walk on the rope. With the gentle support, people can walk on the rope. So this kind of activity, such kind of activity will be pushing the limits or pushing beyond their comfort zone. Okay. So in outbound training programs, we usually break the comforts. The comfort means if we sit in the comfort zone, that won't be, we know that there won't be any learnings. For example, if I'm not planning this workshop, I can sit comfortably. That won't make any learning. But if we plan this workshop, I have to do lots of things. I have to break my comfort. I have to design a program. I have to prepare posters. I have to post it in social media. I have to manage the group of the participants. I have to do the slides. But that's beyond my comfort. But from that experience, I will learn a lot of things. So there are 3 steps I can share with you. One is comfort. Not much learning will be happening, and very safe, very comfortably we can sit. This is the comfort. Grown means, the word meaning of grown. Grown means word. We are not happy. We are discomfort. This is the meaning for that word grown. We are expressing the discomfort. We are expressing the anxiety. We won't be not comfortable from the unfamiliar situation. These are the steps. If we move from the comfort, there will be groaning. For example, if you conduct a training program in a training hall, if you tell the participants to stand up, for some people that will be very difficult. Oh, we want to move, we want to form groups. That will be some difficult, means breaking the comforts. But if we move from there, growth will be there. They will discover new things. curiosity will be there. They will explore new things. They will adapt the new situations. So these are happening in an outbound training program. In their normal comfort zone, there will be the grounds, but they will grow through that process. So this is the step to start the outbound training program. So we can do one simple activity. We are moving to the ground situation. Can you type something with, can you type your name with your non-dominant hand? If you are a right-hander, type with your left hand. In the chat box, please type your name with your non-dominant hand. This is one activity for you. You have to type it with your non-dominant hand. Just type your name. Yeah, one more thing. Can you, yeah, everybody is typing. Good. So this is not that comfortable, right? Okay. Then can you hold your hand like this? Hold your hand like this. Yeah. Which finger is on top? Mine is right finger. What is yours? Can you unmute and say? Or you can type in the chat box also. Mine is right finger. Right.
Mine also right.
Mine is left.
Some are left. Then once again do the same, but this time, if you in the first time, if your right finger, your right hand finger is up, you want to change the position. Then left thumb should be up. Left thumb should be up. Is it that comfortable?
No.
No.
The fingers are not naturally getting
before I felt before I could feel anything comfortable or uncomfortable, my fingers were not going actually.
Yeah, that's a very,
you're right.
very simple.
Exactly. I had to literally, make my mind, tell my mind that okay, it has to go the other way.
Correct, Rasag. You're correct, Rasag.
Even for the very simple thing, that makes some discomfort for us. Can you tie your hands? Sit like in the our school times. Tie your hands. Yeah. Which hand is which hand on top? Which
right
hand?
is on top. Right is on
top. Mine left hand. Yeah, can you share that?
My left.
Yeah, left, right, different people, different style. Then can you do it once again by changing the position? If the right hand is on top, you want to change the position.
Yeah, it feels different. It feels difficult.
Yeah, that will be difficult.
Very, very difficult.
My left hand is crying now.
It will be difficult. Yes. So this is very interesting. It will create some fun, but that will create some discomfort. If we do that frequently, there will be learnings. That will be very comfortable, or there will be learnings. But in the case of outbound training program, if we do one activity, for example, if we do the bungee jump, okay, we want lots of courage, right? Then in the first time, that will be very difficult to jump from that much height. Even to reach that height, that will be very difficult. That will be very difficult to jump from that much height. Then we don't have any idea what happened. The perceived fear will be very high. What happens if we jump? What happens in our mind? Or in the second time, that will be very easy. Easy means comparatively bit more easy. So there will be the giant swings. If you go some parks, you can see the giant swings. In the first time, that will be very making lots of fear. Then in the second or third time, that will be very easy. Then we can casually talk and do the things. So this is what happening in the adventure activity. If we do a firewalk in the first time, it will be very difficult and there will be lots of fear. If we do the same thing in second time, that will be very easy. Third time will be easy. Fourth time, that will be easy. Then it will be a normal process. So if we do some kind of activity like this, not only that will create some muscles. That's called courage muscles. Then not the actual muscle. This is a concept that's called courage muscles. So that muscles or that experience can be used in another situations also. So if we face a problem, as an outbound trainer, we can create some experiences to solve one problem. So if we solve a problem in an outbound activity, that will help the people to solve another problems. That will create the muscles. So if we do one activity, for example, that's a river crossing activity. We have given bamboos to all the participants, and we suggested them to prepare one raft and want to cross the river. So everybody will be together preparing the raft or making the raft. And there will be leaders will be initiating that. There will be lots of communication. There will be lots of problems. They will be solving the problems. Suggestions will be there. Discussion will be there. Debates will be there. Some success will be there. Failure will be there. Celebration will be there. Then every emotions, everything will be there. Then if they do that activity, that's the activity part. In the activity itself, they will have lots of neural connections, lots of learnings. Lots of learnings will be happening through that activity. That learnings can be used in their real life situations also. Okay, so this is what in an outbound training we are creating the experiences, and that experience can be used in their real life situations. So in my method, I use play, think, and grow method. This is the 3 steps in an outbound training program. So I'm not going deep into the theory part of, I'm not going deep into the theory part. So this is the simplest thing to understand. Normally, we can use the course experiential education learning circle, but this is a simple thing, the process. Play, think, grow. This is the 3 steps in an outbound training. Play means the game or the experience or the activity or the challenge or the adventure. That's the play part. Usually in some programs, like in Onam celebration in Kerala, during the Onam celebration, there will be lots of games and activities, jumping in the sack or a spoon race. Lots of activities will be there, but that we won't be learning lots of things. Then can you share the difference between an outbound activity and a normal fun activity? Can you share any idea about that? As a part of the celebration, there will be lots of activities like spoon race or sack race or some kind of activities, but in outbound training programs, and that activity is different. Can you have any idea about that? What's the difference between this activity and that activity?
So one is for entertainment and another is for learning, deep learning.
Yes, good. So the purpose of that activity is only for entertainment. That's after the activity, that process is over. Okay, but in experiential training or outbound training, the play is the one part. Then the next part is they have to reflect or think. So this is the major thing in an outbound training or experiential learning. Can you say what is the surgeon's duty? Surgeon is doing surgery, right? Then what are the tools he's using? Can you suggest some tools which a surgeon is using for surgery?
Scissors.
Yeah,
blade.
Use a syringe for anesthesia. Syringe, knife, scissors.
Yes, exactly.
Forceps.
Yes. So the surgeon's duty is doing the surgery. Then he is using lots of tools like scissors, knives. Lots of tools are using. Then the process is also important. He has to do the process very carefully, right? He can't do this like a butcher. Means he can't cut like that. He has to do the things carefully. He has to do that. Like an outbound trainer has to design the play part or activity part very carefully. Then he has to use all the things very carefully. Then after that, designing the games and activity, he has to make the participants to think or reflect based on that activity. So this is the second part, think. Then third part is grow. Grow means we have to use that learnings or connect that learning to their real life in personal situations or personal or official situations. So this is what these three steps are happening in an outbound training: play, think, and grow. So then only that will be the ideal program. Okay. So in this part, how we can make the participants think? This is called the debriefing part. Any idea about how we can make them think?
Through probing, through questions.
Yeah. Reflective questionings, probing, asking them what they actually went through, what was the initial scenarios, what happened, reflecting on their feelings, then the actions and the counteractions from the team members.
Yes, exactly. So we can ask lots of debriefing questions. Then there are lots of methods to reflect, like they can form a group, sit in a group and discuss based on that, or they can do a role play based on that. You can demonstrate something by using some materials. We can say that we can take any materials from outside and you can demonstrate the learning part. They can construct something and share that. Then if we give a chart paper to the participants, they will demonstrate what they have learned. They can draw that, what they have learned. So these are the things. We can ask the debriefing questions, then create something like group discussions, presentations, or role plays, present on the chart paper, or making some models. So these are the methods we are using to generate thinking part.
Khamarudheen bhai, one thing the facilitator need to be cautious is that you should not kind of consider any reflection or answer as a wrong answer.
Yes.
You should accept all answers.
Yes, I'll come to that point. So we have to provide a safe environment in the training hall. Safe environment means that's called PIES. PIES means PIES. This is PIES. P means physical. We have to provide a safe physical environment. That means in the outbound activity, there are lots of activities which need lots of physical movement. So we have to consider the participants and their health level and their age. Such conditions we have to consider, and we have to design the program as per their age or physical conditions. So this is P. I means intellectual part. We will be conducting training programs for different groups. Sometimes that might be for the CEOs, sometimes for the drivers, sometimes for the managers. So different groups we will be conducting the program. So we have to consider their intellectual level, means their that capacity. So physical capacity, intellectual safety, then emotional safety. So it's to ensure the emotional safety. We have to give them freedom to share anything. So in my training programs, in the beginning, I will set one contract. There is no right answer, no wrong answer, only answers. So if we set that contract in the beginning, everybody can share their own answers, and there is no right answer, no wrong answer. Their opinions, their ideas, their sharing concept, everything will be there. So the last one, the social security. We have to ensure if one person has lots of difficulty to participate in one activity.
Kamar bhai, a small doubt I have.
Yes.
Is it that there is no right answer, there is no wrong answers there? So there is no wrong answer. I somehow understand, but can we say that all are right answers?
Yeah, that's also we can consider. That's opinions. Actually, in the training programs, we take their opinions, their thoughts, their perspectives. So that's also good suggestion. Okay, good. So we have to provide a safe environment to ensure the safety part. If we conduct some activities which involves the danger chance, we have to conduct risk mitigation. That's called the risk mitigation. We have to provide the exact instruction before the program, and we have to set the boundaries. These areas we can go. For example, if we conduct one activity related to water or rope, we have to say that this is the boundary. These are the things we can do. These things we can't do. So we have to set the proper boundary, and we have to set the clear instructions related to the safety part. Then we have to provide an opportunity to choose their challenge. Okay, everybody can't do the every activity. So we have to give them. We can invite them, but we can't compel too much. Okay, just to move from the comfort zone, we can push them, but don't push them too much. So what's your opinion on that? You're conducting an activity, then 1 or 2 persons are not participating in that activity. For example, this is a everybody want to walk on a rope. That's the activity. So 1 or 2 persons are not participating in that activity. So what's your thought on that? How we can manage?
Can I give my views to you?
Yes.
Now we need to understand, is it any physical issue why they are not able to walk? First, we need to check that, because if there is really some serious physical issue, then we should think about that. But if there is no physical problem, then it's only in the mindset. Then being a matured audience, we can't say, no, you must come and participate. We can't say like that. We should say, I think by not participating, you would be missing out a learning from this.
Yes, exactly. So in Outbound training program, we have to give the challenge by choice. They have to choose their challenges. If one person is not ready to participate, don't push them too much. Just we can invite them. While inviting, we have to give the freedom to not to accept that invitation. For example, if we conduct one program, I am a facilitator. I have the conviction that no danger will be happening in that activity. That's my conviction. But the participant may not be that much convinced about the physical safety part or social safety part or emotional safety part. That he might not be that confident or he might not be that safe. So if we compel too much, he will be panic. So more than the positive result, there will be the negative result for that. So in the experiential education or outbound training, we won't push them. For example, if we are doing the bungee jump activity, for example, in the case of bungee jump, that person, we have to invite them, we have to provide all the facilities, but we shouldn't push. He has to jump himself. That's the policy we are taking in outbound activities.
Just to add, Karthik here from Chennai is what Karthikeyan was saying. So involvement need not always be as part of the activity. I mean, they can also be like cheerleaders. When I do outbound or when I do a firework, broken glass, what I tell them is, I mean, if you're not there, it's okay. You can always share your ideas. You can clap. You can share them when they're doing a firework, or if it's an actual activity, you can share your ideas, strategies and all of this. So there could be some people who are physically, who are not going to be, or they're exhausted, or there could be certain times where they're part of a team where they don't like the other person. So I tell them, so okay, you don't have to. I mean, but you can still help your team members by helping in some other way.
Yes, good. Thank you for that sharing. One more thing we can do, in the beginning, we can set a contract that this is an outbound training program. There will be lots of activities that will be something will be more making discomfort, but you have to actively participate to get the learning part. So in the beginning, we can set a contract. Then most of the participants will be participating, or sometimes we create the energy, as I said, we'll be creating the groups. So there will be competition. As a part of the competition, there will be, they will be voluntarily joining that activity part. So this is about the challenge part. Then one more concept in the experiential education part, people will be learning in the learning style of every people will be different. Somebody will be, for example, if one person is actively participating in all the activity, that doesn't mean he learns everything. He might be participating without any, he won't be thinking, and he's just participating. In that situation, he won't be learn anything. Then another person is not participating in that activity, but he is actively observing, and he's thinking about that, and he's connecting that observation to his real life situations. He might be learning more. So we can't say that if one person is actively participating, he might be learning a lot, but one person is sitting without participation and observing. We can't imagine that, because different persons' style of learning will be different. Somebody will be the learning from the experiences. Somebody will be learning through the observations. Somebody will be learning from the abstract conceptualizations. Somebody will be learning through the experiences or experiments. So everybody's learning style will be different. So we created the activity. Then the next step is debriefing. Then debriefing questions. We can ask lots of questions. First part, we can ask lots of questions related to feeling. Feeling means how did they engage emotionally? How was the feeling? How did you do the, how was the activity? We have to empathize their feelings. If one competition, if one team is failed, we have to empathize their feeling. From the success and failure also they are learning. So we can ask questions. In the first part, we can ask lots of questions related to their feelings. How was that activity? How did you manage something? The next step, we can ask questions about their sensing. How they received the experience. How did you do? There was the challenges. How did you manage the challenges? Then what did you do? Such kind of questions we can ask. So first one, feeling kind of questions. Then sensing kind of questions we can ask in the debriefing part. Then thinking. How did they apply the current knowledge in that? They might have lots of past knowledge related to that. How did they apply that knowledge? How did they use the capacity of the team members? So we can ask such questions. And then the fourth one, how do they apply in their real life situation? How can they use the learnings from their, we have to connect that, then only that circle will be completed. So these are the steps of an outbound training. We have to make first step, play. We have to design the activities properly, then make them reflect. And grow means in that part, they have to connect with the real life. This is about the designing an outbound training program. We have to ensure that everything is there. Then we can share some examples. You might be aware of some activities called
Kamarbai, just something which I need to note it down. This is something PIEC, that is physical, intellectual, emotional, and social. Between emotional and choice, there's yes, right? Yes, social.
Yes. For example, somebody will be afraid of the groups, and he might be difficult to face people. Such kind of situations will be there. Yeah, we have to provide them safe environment. Yeah. Okay. Did you? Okay. I hope it's clear, right? Something else, sir?
Yeah, it's clear, Kamar.
Okay. Then I will share some examples of some activities. Normally, some activities I shared like trekking, hiking, climbing, mountaineering. I said lots of activities, but this is not possible. All these kind of activities is not possible in some corporate training situations. For example, they can't go to the trekking, the place where the trekking facility is there, or in the training program which we arranged, there won't be the facility for climbing, or there won't be the water body for river rafting. So in such situations, we create some games and activities with props and without props. So I will share some of the examples I am using in my training programs. In some training programs, there will be in some facilities will be there in that training hall, or otherwise the training programs will be happening in the resorts. In the resorts, normally there won't be any adventure facilities. So at that situations, we create our own activities, we create our own tools, or we use our own tools. So these are some of the activities. This is called a human conveyor belt. So I think some of you are familiar with this activity. We create a tarpaulin kind of material. We create a conveyor belt like this. 4 people can move together. They can enter inside that conveyor belt. Then we will be dividing them into groups. Then they have to conduct a race inside this. Sometimes this will be a relay kind of activity. One group have to move to one side, and the next group has to enter inside and move and come back. So this is a kind of race. So this is called a human conveyor belt activity. And the next one, in some programs I used to do this activity is called a leaky pipe. This is a water filling game, and they have to fill the pipe. But the problem is there will be holes in the pipe. They have to block the holes in the pipe, and we will be dividing them to 5 or 6 member group or 7 member group, and they have to close the holes, and they will be assigned some people to bring water and fill the pipe. This is called leaky pipe activity. And next one, this activity is called the caterpillar walk. We have prepared one wooden kind of material. 3 or 4 persons can walk together. They have to walk in a synchronized move. So this is called caterpillar walk. And another activity is called tarpaulin game, or different sheet and board game, or we can say sheet and board game or tarpaulin game. In this sheet, this is a rectangle sheet, a square sheet, and there are 5 holes in that sheet. Each hole will be in different color: red, blue, green, yellow. There will be there are different color balls. They have to drop the ball through different holes. For example, the red ball has to be dropped through the red hole only. Then only they will get 100 points. If they made mistake, they will lose 100 points. So something we can give the point system. So we can discuss how to connect these activities with the learning. Then another activity is I used to conduct some blind trekking. In this group, everybody is blindfolded, but one person is in front of the group. He can see the things. So he is not blindfolded, but he can't talk. Then everybody has to hold like this and move. That's called blind trekking. Or sometimes we will do another activity called blind target. We'll drop lots of soft balls in the ground. Then everybody will be blindfolded, and the person behind, he can see the things, but he can't talk. He can give non-verbal communication. They have to pick maximum balls. That's blind target. So we can do such kind of activities that's related to non-verbal communication, team collaboration. And this is another activity called slackline walk. This is a rope. They have to walk on the rope. I use the slack lane. The professional slack lane material is available. So through this rope, this rope will be in a 1 meter height. So everybody can walk on the rope with a gentle support. In this photo, only one side is supported. 2 people can support from 2 sides. Just a gentle touch on the hand is enough to walk on this rope. But if you see this activity, people think that will be very difficult, very dangerous. That perceived fear will be very high. But if we do that activity, that will be very simple. So that we can connect to the perceived fear and focusing on the solution and taking supports from the people. Or while supporting also, we don't want to give the 100% support. Just a gentle touch is needed. So we can connect to such kind of learning. This is called blind drop or blind target. In that, the center of these ropes, there will be one object, and they have to insert in a point. So everybody is facing towards back, and 1 or 2 people has to give the directions, and they have to drop the object. Then I'm also using some kind of survival tent making, fire making, and such kind of activities. So we can use lots of such activities. I will share in the group, I will share some more activities, and we can connect. This human conveyor belt, can you suggest which are the points we can connect, or which are the objectives we can use? Can you share any points related to this activity?
Team collaboration.
Yeah, team collaboration is one concept. And we can set the long-term vision. They can't see the front side, but they are reaching the target. But the vision or the goal is in their mind. So we can connect to lots of things. Then this one, leaky pipe activity. Can you say the learning element, how we can connect to the learning part?
Effective communication.
Yes, communication is one thing, team collaboration is one thing. Then in the last program, they connected that related to the income and expense. We have lots of income and expense will be very high. So we have to control the expenses part. Related to the
planning.
Health, yeah, planning is important. Then health sector, I did this activity for an health sector for the doctors. Then they said the healing, related to healing. There are lots of holes. They said that the wounds. Then we have to heal the wounds to achieve our target. But we can't heal everything. But such kind of connections they made. Yes, ma'am. Can you share some?
Like ability to identify the gaps and taking prompt action, specifically in the water filling activity.
Yes. Good. So we can connect like this. In normal training program, what happens is the trainer shares his knowledge. For example, if I am the trainer, I have my whole life experience will be 40 years or 35 years. Yeah, that will be my experience. I am sharing the things from that experience. But your experience is different, right? There will be more than, suppose if the program has 80 members, what will be the experience of the participants of this group? Can you share that? For example, suppose in your training program, there are 30 participants. 30 participants with average experience of 35 years. So what will be the total experience? More than 1,000 years experience are there, right? So we have to respect that experience. So that's why we are asking lots of questions, getting sharings. Even from this program, I have to respect your knowledge, your experience. That's why I'm asking questions. You are sharing lots of things. So lots of new concept ideas will be getting from the experiential education. So that's the beauty of experiential education, or that's the beauty of the outbound training. We have to respect the experience of the participants and the sharings of the participants. So this is about the leaky pipe activity, and this is about the caterpillar walk.
Khamarudheen, just one doubt I have.
Yes.
So you said you conduct all these outbound activities, right? So materials like the first one you said, that human conveyor belt. From where do you get that?
Yeah, I'll after this session, I will share there are some trainers. They are selling this kind of products. I will give the details of. I'm not selling. That's not my business. But I'll connect you with that person.
Yeah.
Then you can purchase this human conveyor belt and this kind of sheets, balls, such all these materials will be available from those.
So we need
I will connect.
Yeah, so we need to purchase, and when we are going for the outbound activity, we need to carry them there.
Yes, that's the thing. In my training programs in the airport, the checking will be very, very difficult. There will be lots of materials in my bag, so we have to carry all these items.
Kamarbhai, if I can add to that question, I usually buy it and then make it myself, or I have people who can make it. So that is actually a little bit ideal, because it allows the trainer to have sufficient surplus while doing it. For example, leaky pipes, I have 3 feet and a 1.5 feet and a 5 feet, 5 feet leaky pipe. Same goes with conveyor belt, which can occupy 3 people, 4 people. So one other solution would be is understand the activity, the material, and try to purchase and do it yourself, which would be cost effective.
Yes. Good. So it's better to purchase the materials and which can be handy. So this caterpillar walk material, that will be very lengthy. So that's will be very difficult to carry through. If you travel, that will be very difficult to carry. So we have to customize to our own style. Need not want to copy the people, other trainers. We have to customize, and we have to explore and customize the material.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That will be so heavy. How do we carry it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have to customize that as per our style,
Yeah, got it.
our convenience. For example,
One
for
question I have.
Yeah,
One
yes,
question. I have been doing some of the activities that you have given. And yes, I've got that made also. For Caterpillar Walk, I got my carpenter do it. And he got the material and everything. It's quite cost effective. In fact, Elroy also has contacted my own carpenter. Okay. But there are some activities that I don't do. So is there a chance that you would be sharing some script about it in the group?
Yes, I'll share that. I'll share some materials and ideas, the measurement, everything. I'll share in the group. So then, plus I'm also conducting one training program called Game Wizard Workshop. Some are participating in that workshop. I'll be sharing 30 experiential games and activities in that workshop. Every month I'll be conducting one batch. So there will be indoor activities, outdoor activities for the offline training programs. I'll share the link of that program also in that group. That's a 4-day program. 4-day program means every day 1 hour, 1 hour in every day. 4 days, 1 hour. So total 4-hour program. Then you can also, if possible, you can also participate in that program. I will share
online or offline?
This is an online program for offline trainings. I'll share the details. Plus, I will provide the handbook of that all the games. And plus, if you have need any support, I will provide the support in the games, designing games and activities. I will share the details in the group. So this is about the general ideas, sharings about the outbound training program. If you have any specific questions, you can ask. We can wind up in 5 minutes and we can ask questions in the group. After this session, also in the group, we can discuss some. If there are more questions, we can discuss in the group also. Related to the debriefing questions, it's always better not to ask why questions. Avoid why. That will be the difficult to answer. So avoid the why questions. In the debriefing time, we have to take care on that. Then in the group, one person asked related to the qualification of an outbound. What should be the qualification? And actually, there is no specific qualification is needed for outbound training program, but related to the safety, security of the people. Mountaineering program is one option. Basic mountaineering course and advanced mountaineering course is there. That's one option. Then some organizations are conducting the outdoor leadership program. That's also another option. Then some organization like IAF, International Association of Facilitators, are conducting some programs on facilitation. That would be. Then CPF, Certified Professional Facilitator workshops are there. You can attend that programs. Then some organizations like NOLS, National Outdoor Leadership School, is providing lots of certification program. Then Outward Bound is organizing some certification program. So you can get such kind of certification from such organizations. And plus, you can attend the trainers training program on outbound training program. That's a qualification part. Then the research we are that's the important thing is the research we are conducting, the explorations, that will be also the part of that. So thank you so much. I think the time is up. If you have any more questions, you can ask or directly now, or otherwise we can discuss. If you have any other questions, we can discuss in the groups also. So yes, please.
Wonderful, Khamarudheen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful insights for you, all participants. They've added value. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamarbai.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a in a wonderful virtual meet with almost 31 participants. You created an outbound feel. Inside a virtual meet, you brought out a feel of that outbound and an aspiration to be part of such programs in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So once again, thank you so much for your active participation. You are an amazing group. Thank you so much. Bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
KP.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.